90-degree weather.
The best kind of selfies.
Sunburnt, right?
Yeah.
And you come home and you're like, Jesus, my apartment's been ran through, my home, my condo, whatever you live in.
Yeah.
Everything's scattered around. They've taken all my personal possessions.
Yeah.
Well, if you refrain from posting all your selfies, maybe they wouldn't even know you're out of town. But hey,
Yeah.
you know, you're inviting them into your home.
How often does that happen?
Oh, often enough.
Often enough to not post some happy selfies?
I'm sorry I didn't research that. I mean, but you know what? Like, fuck, dude. I mean,
I'm just saying. But people can do the same thing. I mean, there's always been thieves. They can drive by, look at the house, and know, oh, nobody's been there for a few days. There's signs.
Oh, they have. I didn't know they have X-ray eyes to see inside homes and be like, you know what?
These are professionals.
Oh, now we're talking.
They know exactly what they're doing. I've had my house broken into.
Do you know who usually breaks into your house? Somebody close to you. And do you know why?
Yeah, usually.
Because they see that you've posted pictures all over social media. You got your Instagram with your chick.
But that can still happen even if you don't post anything. They just know you're out of town.
Yeah.
I just don't think that's a big enough problem to shut down social media.
Pardon me. If you want to rewind, we can talk. I said small scale, on a small scale.
No, you're advocating to shut down the entire social media industry here.
Oh, please. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is people aren't using it tastefully now. They're using it as a way to shake their ass and draw in men.
Yeah.
You know, from the diggers on Instagram. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I agree
to a cheating spouse reaching out on Facebook to
coming to you as a woman.
Hey, you know, I'm not drawing the lines in here, but you know,
but that's the classic line. You know, I'm coming to you as a woman, or I'm coming to you man to man. You know, I just need to know the truth.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
You know, and that having that access to people that, you know, were exes from before or classmates from before are leading to, you know, things that wouldn't have happened if they didn't.
I get what you're saying. But I mean, you've had a problem with just venting in general on social media. You want to keep it very surface level, right?
Well, I just feel like there's some things that are for social media and there's some things that aren't.
Well, we've had this discussion before about things I post.
Oh man,
but you see, this is where the line is drawn. You don't have that sensibility of like an artist like I do. Like, people don't understand. You're right. What you said before, like things I post.
Damn, I'm right.
A little bit right. Let's see.
All right, yeah.
Poquito. Like, the things I post a lot of times aren't trying to like grab attention in that moment based off a certain emotion.
Okay.
A lot of times those things I post that are maybe a little provocative or crazy or they're planned out way before. Weeks ahead, I'll be like, oh, you know, it'd be dope. This, and I'd write a lot of music, so a lot of things like the captions are lyrics that I wrote at some point, sometimes years before.
Okay, yeah, I can.
And then
understand
I'd be like, oh, you know, it'd be dope, a picture like this with this caption, whatever. Like, it's art to me, and it's not a painting. It takes very little effort. You know what I mean? So it's not. I'm not saying it's amazing and it should be in the Louvre.
No.
But to me, it's a little bit a way to sprinkle some creativity and some art
I understand
out there.
Artist expression. I can tell the difference between that opposed to someone going on a rant.
Yeah. But I love rants too.
But there's certain things that just need to be left off the plate. You know, you're giving them steak dinner, mashed potatoes with fucking with cauliflower, and but now you're drizzling on A1. It's like
I've always looked up to artists that are vulnerable.
Yeah,
put it out there. Tupac put it out there.
Yeah, he did.
He talked about his mom being a crackhead, things like that.
Yeah,
I listen to a lot of Joe Budden. He's always been super open. About crazy shit in his relationship.
Where did Tupac do that? In interviews? Because he wasn't doing it on Facebook.
Well, it didn't exist. He probably would be. He'd be tweeting his ass off right now. Twitter
Who's to say? That's speaking hypothetical.
But even
we're talking about
it's still an outlet, and it can be a creative outlet.
No doubt. But when it's used for the purpose of someone expressing themselves in a negative way or in a positive way, that they made it out of their negative day, right? Mm-hmm. Someone who reads it is still reading it for themselves and taking in the negative, but maybe not seeing the positive.
Yeah. So I definitely see that. Like, dude, I get what you're saying. People will misunderstand.
People will take things from social media and put a twist on it and be
definitely
internalize it and be like, they're talking about me.
Yeah.
This is about me. So just based off that, that's why I kind of led the clean life. Right?
Yeah.
I don't really like expressing myself out on social media streams. I'll call my mother first.
Yeah.
I'm a mama. If you want to know I'm a mama's boy. I'll call my mom.
But see, being misunderstood is a risk I'm willing to take to do creative things.
I dig it.
Because the creative things is what makes me happy. Sometimes some of the pictures I post from like the adventures that me and my brother go on. It makes me happy.
Sure.
And I'll put a quote that may not be the most positive or may not be.
Yeah.
I might do that, but it depends on, how I want to express myself at that time. But you're right. I'm misunderstood a lot. A lot of people think some crazy shit about me because I posted some crazy shit, but I don't care. That's a risk I'll take.
See,
that's a risk I'll take.
No, there's those people that don't, their expression and what they're trying to get across
it
doesn't need to be understood.
Yeah.
But the sensitive subject of your relationship between you and another person, you sometimes you pour your heart out, and you're doing it on Facebook. You're not. It can't be taken serious on Facebook.
I mean, it depends. You look down on it. Some people don't. Some people, that's their only outlet. Look, I don't have a lot of people around me, so sometimes that's the only person I can talk to is fucking social media.
Just understand that I think that it just looks, it doesn't look very genuine when you're.
I definitely get that.
When you're blasting something to do.
I think most people aren't genuine on social media. But
that's the horrible thing that just comes full circle of how social media is gutting the country of genuine people, because in turn it's just like the Instagram thing.
I don't think that. I think it's just exposing.
Well, I think it plays a part in making people less genuine. People they'll buy a new TV, they'll buy a new car, they'll buy a new Harley. They want the likes. They want the clicks.
Yeah.
This is the day and age of clicks. Everything's cool if it's liked and thumbs up and it has 100,000 comments under it. Everything's great. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It could be a 19-year-old Kylie Jenner that she bought her a new Maserati, and this has 2 to 3 million clicks on it.
Yeah.
And all she's doing is posing their little ass cheek hanging.
Yeah.
And it draws the attention of these kids.
Damn sure gets my attention.
God damn right. It puts a glamour shot on her, and everyone wants to live up to a certain standard that is portrayed. It's like back in the day, I would probably say 50s, 60s when the moms would come home with their magazines.
Yeah.
It's
kind of the same thing.
Well, it is kind of the same thing, but
I get that.
It's on such a larger scale now that I think it's doing
smothering us.
Right. It's doing more harm than.
No, I definitely see that point, and I agree. But I think there is a distinction between some people that are just creative, and that's the thing with the stuff I post. A lot of times, it's the smallest problems in my life. If it is a negative thing about a problem,
right? The
big problems in my life, I never talk about on social media.
Yeah.
Like some of the biggest things going on, I've never once mentioned on social media whatsoever. It's more, to me, relationship thing, like relationships, breakups, heartbreak, dating, all that, is super interesting to me.
Yeah.
Like
I don't
the whole
know.
dynamic of it, and I like writing about it. And so a lot of people misunderstand the things I post and think that I'm just tripping all the time, and I'm not.
No, yeah, no, I
But
understand.
I have albums of shit I've written, and sometimes I just like to get those lines off because I like them.
Right? No, I dig it. I dig it.
So yeah, there's a
there's
misunderstanding because some people are just artists and they use social media as a platform to get their art off. And sometimes I write stuff because I just don't have anyone around me. I'm a loner. Like, I'm always by myself.
Right.
So sometimes I'm like,
you're not by yourself now, Josh. You got me, bro.
I'm like, fuck it. Let me fire up the Twitter.
Yeah.
The Twitter.
Oh, God.
You know what I mean? And get some thoughts off, get some jokes off. And my sense of humor is weird. So, like, a lot of people don't get some of the shit I say as a joke.
But
they'd be like, I can't believe you said that. I'm like, now I was just fucking around. Like,
this is the thing, too, though. Then you're also, right, unless you have your exes or, from your ex-girlfriends, your ex-wives, or someone you don't want involved in your personal space at all. Yeah. Then you got people who will go so deep and dark that they'll have this person follow. They'll have a third person follow you.
Schemes
to scheme out how to infiltrate your database.
Yeah.
And
you just got to get away from those people.
Yeah, man. But it's there's 4 and 5 sources after they finally get to you. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know which
game of telephone.
You don't know which one to cut.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Back in the day, you look at caller ID, you're like, I don't want to talk to that person. That's it.
Yeah.
But nowadays, dude, they pop up shop. They're like, oh, you're here. They want to keep tabs on you, dude. All they got to do is go on your Facebook because, once you fire that up, Facebook's like, oh.
Yeah. But see, what I'm saying is some people live differently. Yeah. You're a private person. Me, I'm an open book. I don't give a fuck. Pull up on me wherever I'm at. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, it's just a difference of opinion as far as that. But I definitely agree with the fact that some people, there's this like desperation attached to social media. Like, I need the attention. I need the likes. I just want to get my art off.
What makes it
I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit.
No, no, but what makes it worse is it leaves no desire for the people that may miss you to come and talk to you because they'll read a couple of your posts and be like, this motherfucker's in the pit. He's not dragging me down with him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah.
And they might have just got the wrong tidbits from your post.
Yeah, that might have been a song I wrote 3 years ago.
Right, but just based off that, somebody who might be ready to reach out and have a wholesome conversation with you is like, a little bit more reserved. Like, you know what?
Like I said, I know as a try to be a creative person. I'm not very good at it, but I try.
Yeah,
I know I'll be misunderstood, and I have been misunderstood. And like I said, that's a risk I'll take. Fuck it.
Sure.
You know what I mean, I'd rather get my little creative thoughts off. But like, definitely you got to be able to discern that from just the person that just wants attention or is just, I mean, the worst is like all the time I see like, especially girls, I'm not trying to just be a, misogynist, but like girls seem to be more in tune with this or do it more than men, but they'll post like, oh, you didn't know what you had, blah, blah, blah type stuff. And I just want to comment, tell him, not us, please.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because that's like in the moment. They're not being creative. They're not,
no.
You know what I mean? So I get lumped in with that probably with some of the things I post. I get that.
Sure.
That very, very real chance that that's happening. But I wrote albums of this shit. I got so many lines I just want to put out there because I like them. You know what I mean?
I dig it.
So yeah, you're right though. Social media does sometimes bring out the worst in people. And it gives people this, like, it gives them those happy endorphins when they get those likes. They get that attention without actually earning it or getting outside and doing something real.
Oh, well, I mean, being trapped in a system from that system right now, right? Mm-hmm. When it turns to a virtual level, right? Oh, the nation's fucked. We got a whole nation full of people that don't need to do anything but eat, drink, put on their Googles, you know what I mean?
And just live a virtual life.
Live a virtual life, you know what I'm saying?
Fuck it, they could do that and I'll be out there, you know what I mean, looking at mountains.
That's fine too. Scaling.
Sipping iced tea.
Yeah.